We were invited to do the Bell Impi race by Craig van Heerden.
It's a 3-day race, with the first day being a prologue and the other 2 days cut up in 3 sections.
Yeah, so it was really great roof training because the Bell Impi has a very similar schedule to the roof.
We start with bronze, moving to silver, and then the hardest obviously being gold, with escape routes along the way.
So it wasn't compulsory to do the prologue on the Friday. We decided that our commitments we were too committed on the Friday. So we started right at the back on the Saturday morning.
Yeah, doing well. We're excited for the race. Should be a lot of fun. They say it's going to be tough, so hopefully we can spend lots of hours on the bike.
They say it's set to be harder than the roof, so I think the first loop is about 140 k's and 120 k's. So yeah, should be fun.
The only thing about not doing the prologue the day before is that we start all the way at the back and have to deal with bottlenecks.
The top riders from the day before that did very well in the prologue, they ran around the little church building, jumped on their bikes, and then they went. And then we went in rows of 4, and that's how we started. As we headed out, there was a nice little single track for a few k's, and then we hit the heavier stuff. The first hill was quite a crazy little hill that had nice loose rocks, quite steep and quite sandy, and that kind of that's where Tim overtook me, and then it was game on from there.
After a couple of technical climbs, we started going through this little riverbed.
Really cool to just be on tap the whole time and going through the sand.
Towards the end of bronze, there was this very technical downhill with a lot of rocks, and I managed to break my lever. It bent it back, and I couldn't change gears after that.
When you're going through really rocky situations, rider awareness and spatial awareness is crucial. Something that the gold riders and the professionals really know how to place their bikes, their back tyres, etc. What tends to happen is we generally, because of the experience factor, we break in pegs and breaking gear levers and gear shifters, gear selectors, etc.
So I stopped and tried to fix it, and I just ended up making it worse. I was just changing the gears with the back of my heel. At the bronze refuel, we had about an hour and a half to try and fix the problem. A couple of guys were helping me try to chisel the bolt out of the shaft, but managed to make it worse. We didn't manage to get the bolt out, so we had to we made a plan with cable ties, and I rode the rest of the ride at the end of silver.
Tim eventually actually got it right. He caught up with us at the silver refuel. Unfortunately, there was a time limit, and we decided that after going through silver was very, very challenging. We weren't really prepared to entertain gold, so we headed back to the finish, where we completed that day with the Warrior. And the Warrior is large concrete pipes with the back of a tipping truck tipped upside down, and you've got to sort of shoot yourself up there and down. A very cool way to end the race, with a little bit of adrenaline and a little bit of glory to end the day.
You Mikey!
After a very tough and testing day, we headed to our accommodation in Dundee.
Beautiful little bed and breakfast called Lapa.
Okay, so we're checking in here at Lapa, just outside Dundee, yeah?
Yes.
And then we're gonna get a nice night's sleep, and then do the last of the Bell Impi tomorrow.
Unfortunately, this is our honeymoon suite for tonight. So come to baby, this is our bed. So the morning came around and strangely we weren't that fatigued. The muscles were still good, and the night before we took some recovery thanks to 32 GR.
The second day we were told was going to be much harder but less distance.
2 minutes to starting.
There was bronze, silver and gold as well. Fortunately we were able to complete all the bronze, silver and the gold. And yeah, there was some intense downhills. I really noticed as we were going down this one hill the amount of pressure I felt on my triceps and just the exhaustion of actually descending, which I'd never really noticed before.
I found there was a lot of hard downhills with some steep drop-offs and rocky paths.
Drop-offs were really daunting. At times we had to get off the bike and descend a little bit slower so as to not fall over the handlebars.
Silver was also a bit of a step up to bronze, going through some beautiful riverbeds and some very bushy rocky climbs.
Up with Kevin and Gerald,
and we just helped each other along the way.
Close to the end of Silver, I dropped my bike on one of the hill climbs, on an off-camber hill, and I broke my foot peg off.
So we managed to make a plan with the next foot peg. We just bought it with a couple of cable ties and set off to do gold.
Yeah, so we headed into gold. There were some technical hill climbs and some long descents, technical drop-offs.
But coming into the end was a great way to finish it. Nice little single track, racing down the hill, and as you come in, you have to finish it on the Warrior once again.
This time we were a little bit more wise from having done it the day before, and it was and we got over it pretty easily the second time round, and yeah, it was a great, all in all it was a great day, a great race and a very well organised event.
Big high five. The boys are done.
So don't forget to check out our Facebook page, Journey to the Roof, and support Hearts That Hope.